Gaming Bolt presents 15 things you need to know before you buy Destiny 2. Bungie's Destiny 2 is nearly upon us, with the PC open beta on August 29th, the full game releasing on September 6th for Xbox One and PS4, while the PC release arrives on October 24th. The game has undergone some significant changes over Destiny, so let's take a look at 15 things you should know before buying the sequel. Lost Sectors. It's taken Bungie a while to actually offer something like Skyrim's dungeons, but Destiny 2 finally delivers with Lost Sectors. These are basically dungeons that must be discovered on a planet, and which contains enemies, a boss at the end, and loot. While the prospect of puzzles and handcrafted mechanics is still up in the air, this offers a compelling reason to explore the open world while out on patrol. Adventures. Much like the spanning quest lines from Year 2 and 3 of Destiny, Destiny 2 will have adventures, multi-step quests which take you on an extended side story of sorts. The adventures are fully voiced, and with the grimoire being taken out of the game, they will be your main source for lore and backstories of the planets that you're on. World Quests. Want an even bigger adventure? World Quests are where it's at. As the name suggests, they span across the entire planet and contain significant stories. For instance, the World Quest on Nessus focuses on Failsafe, the AI heard in the Inverted Spire strike. World Quests unlock only when the main campaign finishes, and promises some really good rewards, as per Bungie. They also highlight another great new feature. Each planet now has multiple landing zones, which can be unlocked by discovering them. No more spawning in the same place again and again. SMGs, grenade launchers, and more. Every new loot-based sequel needs new loot. We already know about some of the new exotics in Destiny 2, but it's important to first note the new weapon types. Submachine guns, or SMGs, for example, are bullet hoses that deal plenty of damage at close range, like the exotic Risk Runner. Grenade launchers can lob explosives in an arc, but fire faster than rocket launchers. There's even an auto rifle called Sweet Business, which is more of a Gatling gun. Fusion rifles have also been changed to explode a group of enemies if one with the matching shield is killed. As for the new Trace rifle, well, we'll get into that later. New loadout system. Along with new weapons and weapon types, Destiny's loadout system has undergone a monumental change. Instead of a primary, special, and heavy weapon, players will now equip 2 primaries and a power weapon. Shotguns, fusion rifles, sniper rifles, rocket launchers, grenade launchers, swords, and so on fall under power weapons. So you can now equip, say, 2 auto rifles or 2 hand cannons, or a scout rifle and an SMG as your primaries. Weapons now also have 2 variants: kinetic, which shoots bullets, and energy, which shoots elemental rounds that are good against shields. New subclasses. Destiny 2 will feature new subclasses like the Dawnblade Warlock, which throws solar sword strikes at enemies, the Sentinel Titan, armed with a void shield that can be thrown or deployed as a ward of dawn, and the Arc Strider Hunter, which uses an arc pole to execute close-quarters acrobatic combos. Each class also has a unique ability. The Warlock can deploy healing and damage-boosting rifts, while the Titan can throw down barricades. Even old classes have been reworked, with Strikers now able to deal multiple Fist of Havoc slams, Voidwalkers able to charge grenades, and so on. Bungie hasn't confirmed if older subclasses like Night Stalker would be returning, but it didn't outright deny the same either. Revamped subclass perks. Unlike in Destiny, you can no longer mix and match all of your subclass perks in Destiny 2. Instead, you'll have 2 sets of perks with each subclass, one geared towards PvE and the other towards PvP. If you choose one set, then all perks in that set must be used. Grenade types, jump types, and class abilities can still be customized, but that's pretty much it. There's a real debate here on customization versus useful perks, but it still remains to be seen how exotics will synergize with these perks, so it's better to wait and see. 4v4 and new PvP modes. Destiny 2's Crucible doesn't offer 6v6 PvP, at least not at launch. Free-for-all PvP is also gone, so what does that leave? Well, 4v4 modes, namely from the quick play playlist of Supremacy, Clash and Control, to the competitive playlist that is Countdown and Survival. The latter 2 are brand new, with Countdown serving as an attack/defense round-based mode where players must plant charges, and Survival, which is essentially team deathmatch with limited respawns. Control evolved. Speaking of Control, it's undergone a number of changes this time around. 2 zones will already be captured, one for each team at the beginning of the match. Zones no longer require neutralizing, and multiple teammates no longer need to stand on a point to accelerate the capture process. Kills now count for 1 point, with additional captured zones adding double or triple of that. Furthermore, since the beta, the score has been increased from 75 to 100. This will offer players more opportunities to use their supers in a match. Future content. It's no secret that Destiny 2 will be getting 2 expansions in the future, whose art suggests that they center on Osiris and Rasputin. However, the sequel will also get to see more regular content updates thanks to Vicarious Visions of Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy and High Moon Studios of Transformers Fall of Cybertron also working on the game. In fact, Vicarious is handling the PC version of Destiny 2, which will support 4K resolution and uncapped frame rates. Unfortunately, there's no dedicated server support. Coldheart. For the first time in Destiny history, players can get a new weapon type for free at launch by pre-ordering. The new weapon is Coldheart, an exotic trace rifle that functions as an ice beam, but deals arc damage. Just go with it. This is the only trace rifle that will be available in the game at launch, but never fear, those who don't pre-order will be able to get it in December when it's unlocked. Whether that means it will be given to all players or can drop from loot tables isn't clear just yet. Gaul and the Red Legion. In Destiny 2, we get a new villain in the form of Gaul, a menacing Cabal leader with intelligence and discipline who somehow steals the Traveler away. Remember the Traveler? If not, don't worry, it doesn't matter. Despite some familiar enemies popping up, Gaul's Red Legion contains new enemy types like Warhounds, dual cleaver wielding gladiators, Cabal equipped with flamethrowers, sniper scions, and more. Some enemy types have also seen changes like the Vex Minotaurs and Harpies, now using beam attacks. That's also not including the new Cabal elite units encountered in missions with their heavy weapons and jetpacks. No ranked play at launch. Despite quick play and competitive playlists having separate matchmaking settings, Bungie has confirmed no ranked play at launch. No ladders to climb, no ranks to earn, nothing. This isn't to say that there's nothing in the works. Bungie noted that it had something in mind, but it isn't completely sure about it. But just be aware that pure ranked matchmaking won't be available at launch. Public events. Public events in Destiny could be fun, but you never knew when they exactly spawned. They'll be returning in Destiny 2, and along with the usual defense events, which have unique twists like enemies launching aerial strikes, public events will now be displayed on the map with a timer, indicating when exactly they will start. Even better is that there are heroic difficulties for public events. Just complete a bonus objective and you'll receive a harder version of the event with unique bosses and additional rewards. Flashpoints. Finally, if you need a reason to revisit the game's planets, then there are Flashpoints. One planet is designated as a Flashpoint location for the week, and you have to complete public events there. However, pick up a treasure map from Cade 6 and you'll discover additional loot in these Flashpoints. Secret bosses will also emerge in the same place, and the rewards have been described as similar in vein to the Nightfall. And that'll be about it for this one. If you guys like what we're doing at Gaming Bolt, please consider subscribing to our channel, and I'll see you guys on the next video.